What's up? What's up? TikTok. Doing a little rendering for a water feature here. Just drew it up. This one's for a project in Puerto Rico. So we got a little video that got sent to me by a friend of mine, and he has this project that a customer sent him a video. So I'm going to be doing some color in here and showing you guys basically how we draw this thing and how we do what we do. So we couldn't draw a rock when I started about 15, 20 years ago. So, but now we get a point across pretty good. It's not too bad. The biggest thing you got to remember when you're drawing things is just to remember that nature is a perfect imperfect, and it's one of those that try not to be perfect. Try to embrace the imperfect that is nature. So is what I say, I guess. But it helps because we're all human. We all have our own ways of doing things. But as you can see, I just pretty loose with how I draw and how I color things, in the lines, out of the lines, whatever. It's not real important. A lot of people are probably going to lose their minds over this one, but whatever. we get our point across either way, so that's what it is. But this here's a project, like I said, big water feature project. It's going to be a GFRC panel project, and it's going to be this one here is probably going to go out for about I'll say about 50,000. So it should take us about a week to do. But this is how we get started with that process. It all starts here with a vision, and it's one of those customers give us a little bit of what they want, and we go from there. So, but other than that, got a little more filling in I got to do with my black to finish that rock out. Wouldn't mind doing a little texture through the face of this one here, so we'll go ahead and do that. Got a little bit of shrubs that I threw up on it, so gotta remember where all your breaks are with your water and stuff like that, and things you haven't colored in yet, because you don't want to go across a water stream. Hardest part about doing one of these, believe it or not, is not messing up, because you mess up, you'll have to redraw the whole thing again if you mess up bad enough. Sometimes you can cover up a mess up, but if you just color across or something like that, you're gonna be asking for it. So again, I got a little more filling in to do with some black there, but this is just a quick sketch that we threw together here. All in all, I got probably almost an hour into this with color and all. So, but it's one of those, and I like to just grab two tones. It's one of those that separates, kind of shows you where the rocks are a little bit better. Instead of having to get into a whole bunch of shading with it, it helps go a little bit faster to do that. And you can see on this one right here, actually on the black line, I threw this water in afterwards, so I'll fade that in. And how I'm going to fade that in so you guys aren't going to see that so well is just by doing something like this here. So let me grab my other pen. So, and I just use a black fine tip marker. This one's, I don't even remember what it is. It's like a 0.5 or something like that, 0.3, whatever. But you can see right here I drew across that. So, and how we do water, or how I do water, is just basically throw a little love in it like that. Kind of gives it that little shimmer, and then you can just come across it with a couple, and now it fades in. And that right there, basically that little quote unquote mess up in the bottom of that rock is gone. So, and while we're here, we'll go ahead and add a little bit up there to that one, and this one here, we'll go ahead and finish that off a little bit, add a little bit more up into that. So a little shade in there, finish off some shading up in here. So yeah, it's one of those, like I said, I couldn't draw a rock literally on the ground when I started. So it's one of those. I'm not perfect, I'm just drawing this in my car. It's nothing crazy, but it's definitely one of those that you sell projects with these all day long. But it does take some time to learn how to draw. I will say that. It took me probably a good 5 to 10 years before I really felt comfortable to be able to whip something like this out in front of a customer and do a quick sketch for them. Some people are natural artists. They can just go ahead and, bang something like this out, and they can do a mirror image of it, flip forward and up and down. You can't tell which one they drew first. It's incredible, some people and their skills. But being a contractor for, 30 years, it's one of those, I don't consider myself an artist by any means. I just have some unique skills that are teachable to other people, and that's what we do. So, but other than that, just wanted to get on here and share with you guys a little bit what it is that I do, and a little bit of what we teach. But this here is one of those, I show people this, I don't really teach it. It's one of those that's kind of not really a teachable thing for me, I guess. I'll give you pointers and tips, but other than that, it's just kind of a process of, finding your own path and your own flair, I guess you could call it, or abilities. So, sorry, getting off, looking at holding the phone and drawing at the same time. But other than that, buddy just asked me if I'd draw this up real quick, so making it happen. Other than that, and like I said, the shade, it adds just in the colors. It keeps division, gives you more without having to do so much. Apologize for the camera again, holding and coloring at the same time. But gives you a situation where you can shade without having to do so much. You can just get a lot more bang for your time. I used to do all this with just black lines, and used to do little hatches and little scratches and this and that and stuff, and then I'd come back and color it, and after it was all done, and it's one of those that just starts to pop after a while, but you start to lose it all. So the more time you spend trying to get things like that, I've come to find that, you're going to come back through with a marker anyway. So unless somebody's really, really getting down on details, it's one of those where they're not really going to pick it apart too bad. So, but other than that, then we go into our water. So I'll switch my markers here. Get the lid off this one. And then water. Again, it's one of those, you want to watch how you're doing your water a little bit. You want to just color it completely. You want to give it a little bit of some natural kind of looks, a little bit of streaking, a little bit of white in there. Definitely helps bring it to life. And then again, I just want to kind of do the window around it, kind of. And that really just brings it a little bit more to life. And then down here at the bottom, you get your squiggles and stuff like that. You can kind of get into a little bit. So, but other than that, we are finishing this thing up. So, give us a couple comments, give us some likes, and let's get some people following. Hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to you later. Bill Bibler, Paradigm Concrete Consulting. Let's get your business carving.